Looks like he's one of theirs. I don't know why he's grabbing him. Bit of a...
Is he alright?
Well, he's pulling him. I must have been ill. Looks like he was ill, I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't know. Oh no, he's not. I thought maybe he was ill. Let's have a look. I'll upset him.
Just zooming on the face of the kid.
So it depends on the nature of the footage. That's the first thing. This is a very general thing, because obviously everyone's filming. But generally speaking, over at the public, not to mount on the phone. But we will have a chat with him and see what's going on. Okay. Is he alright? Are you alright?
Photographer. They're claiming they film kids. I don't know if they did or not.
Oh, wow, that's impressive.
But I don't think it did. I don't think it was. They're probably just filming them.
They grabbed him?
Yeah, they're looking at his footage, but I doubt if he's. Maybe it was, but you know what I mean. If it was,
well, technically, I mean, look,
it doesn't.
Here,
yeah.
You know, yeah, I get what I mean, but I mean, that's an accusation, isn't it?
Well, I doubt if he has been. It's a bit too obvious. People who do that don't make it obvious,
no.
But they're looking at all his footage.
Thing, whenever I film, if I film, I always make sure if there is a child, I try and
do it the other way.
But sometimes if they run past, what can you do?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't do it. I mean, some of the their own photographers take pictures of the kids close up. So
let's be honest, I always say, whatever. It's always nice when a child like on the shoulders of a dad.
Yeah.
Or, you know, it's a nice photo.
There's too many.
You're not taking pictures of children.
No, I mean, I've been docking it down, but I mean, again, if they're really fussy, don't bring your kids.
Let's be honest,
to a public thing.
The kids are fully dressed. It's
yeah.
public space, and it's not like they're.
Look, it doesn't look like a dodgy guy, but they've not nicked him. If they don't nick him, then it's fault. They might have just been using it to shut down photographers. That's normally the tactic. They've done it.
Once you get that thrown, that tarn, it's not like they say racist rhetoric.
Yeah.
Once you get that thrown at you, God, you know, you're in.
Well, that's why it's the useful. I always say with the
staring at him now. Basically, he's done now, isn't he?
Well, no, I don't know. It's probably just a normal photographer, but part of me does stand. That's why
that's an easy way to get attacked, though.
Yeah. Well, that's why part of me I always stand back, and then they can't. It's when you get. They're less bothered about it, but at least they know me. The guy who, I mean, well, he knows you, has said hello, so we're safe like that because we know.
Oh, that's the thing. I've said to the police before when you know when a car, I said be careful, mate. I said because I don't want to see anybody get hit by a car.
No.
Like yesterday, even when it kicked off and and Tiffany got one of the women, she actually got through across the hedge and it all kicked off. And I said, "Are you okay, love?" She went, "I said, well, I'm just."
Yeah.
I don't
they
know
don't get it. They don't get it.
And I said, I don't want anybody to get hurt. I'm not here
to.
And she looked at me and she went,
And I went,
Yeah, we're neutral. It's pathetic, and I keep
I
saying
even said to the officer, he was stepping back in the road when it all kicked off, and I went, watch out, pal. And he went,
I know.
Because he was so in the moment. I said, there's a car going past.
It's crazy.
You could step back, and then the car hits him, and it'd be great footage.
I know.
But, it'd be horrible.
Well, I even said one of them was it was horrible with me in Sheffield. I said hi to his
Never
dog.
been Sheffield. Sheffield's meant to be really bad.
Oh, it is.
Is that the worst you've been to?
Yeah.
Everybody says Sheffield's the worst.
Yeah, Sheffield, and there looks like one in Wales that's bad.
And then Brighton's meant to be really. The Antifa ones are really bad there.
I've never been there. I've not seen many, but
A friend of mine, he's actually a press photographer. He said Brighton. He said that's the only place he's ever been properly attacked. And he went there just as a hobby, and he just taken photos, and they battered him with sticks. And he ended up in hospital. He said, I've been to all around the world, not had trouble. So the one time that I go for a hobby, he said 10 of them just jumped on me.
Well, I always say,
Palestine action hoodie on.
yeah, that's what they were wearing yesterday. It's like they're sticking 2 fingers up, but it's ridiculous.
Also, the highlight in the fact that they are actually still supporting them.
Oh yeah, well,
like
it could be 2 weeks.
Organisation, let's say you voted Reform, and then it turns out now that they are racist. You would go, well,
Yeah,
I did support them, but then when I realised they were racist, I don't want to be part of that.
But it's going to be a couple of weeks at least, I'd imagine. I don't know how long it takes to rush through, but they're all going to be.
I think you're right there. You nail it on the head. As soon as you mess with the RAF, they will push
top
it,
brass.
They
The
will,
government.
They will push it through in a matter of weeks.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Whereas you and me, it would take a year, 2 years.
Well,
if anything ever happened.
Oh, well, they'll be fuming. Look, see, they're going forwards. They're just being jerks with them. Looks like he's taking them on their phone, but if the
I don't know what.
well, they'd have done some. Look, they seem okay with him now, don't they? I mean, he's one of them, by the sounds of it. Yeah, that's what's weird. So I don't know why they've turned on him, but look, they're all best fans with him now, so maybe they were just They seem okay.
I'd be a bit upset the fact that you got marched off.
Yeah, grabbed him, but
I thought he was like one of us, like kind of non-neutral.
But they seem to be friends again, so I suppose that's something.
That's an embarrassing moment for him.
Yeah, well, at least
if a crowd like this turns on you, it could end really bad.
Yeah, especially
That's why I never. Like, some people want to push it.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of. Scott's actually made friends with me now.
Yeah, Scott's okay. I mean, the first time I met him, I think it was a bit funny, and but we've always got on, and that's why I stick up for him.
Last year he's been having a go at me, and last week he said, and I said, look, I never had a problem with you. I said, my first problem was you were directing traffic, and the people, they didn't know who you were. You were 200 metres down the road. They couldn't see the protest. To them, you're just a random guy stopping cars.
Well,
and I said, you've got to be careful because somebody might run you over. They might panic.
But then again, at the end of the day, that's the police's fault. Yeah. They're lazy and allow it. So if they're lazy and do it, that I don't blame Scott or that lot for doing it, because I mean they like to do it, makes them feel good. But
it's strange to watch protesters direct traffic.
Yeah,
I never get used to that.
No. But the police are lazy, just go...
You think after Liverpool they'd be a bit more on it with the cars and protests? You think you wouldn't allow cars so close? Especially in Manchester last week, they're so close, and I'm thinking, all it takes is, now that somebody's got that idea, all it takes is one idiot in a car, and you do worry, you just think, well, if there's a van next to you, if that guy decides to accelerate, then he could plough, all it takes is one moron, doesn't it?
Oh, no.
Yeah, and they've got to be so careful now.
But to be honest, if this group gets banned, I think there's going to be problems with all of them.
Do you think they'll be legally allowed to ban Palestine protests?
No, but I think the pressure will be on them, because I'm wondering if people would even want to turn up.
Do you think the public will turn on them?
Yeah, definitely, because they're just going to accuse them of being terrorists. And that's the thing. I mean, I know it's classed as right wing, but I was looking in the day, I've said this for ages, My argument is, and this woman, but I was chatting to one of the. Oh, I'll let you answer. I was at one of the. There was one of these protests was in Manchester about that NHS, and I was chatting to this Jewish lady. She's got really dyed orange hair, and they're marching. And I said to her, you know what's ridiculous? If you weren't actually, any of you had marched or protested, you'd be more popular now. But people have actually turned against their beliefs because of the, but their egos are so large, they don't get it. They go, oh, no, no. And she said to me, but my friends say I'm wonderful, and that's all it's about. And that's the thing.
And the general public, when I walk past them, the general feeling that I get when I overhear people's conversation,
they're not
for. They're sick of it now.
Yeah, they used to be okay up till a few months ago, but
the stuff I hear is, if you're so passionate about Palestine,
sod off
why don't you go back and fight? Because I said to one when I had a conversation with him, I said, if I was, let's say, living in Italy and England was being attacked, I'd like to think that I would leave my family in Italy and I would fly, or I would get back to England and do my part.
Yeah.
Especially after a year. You know, at first you'd be like, well, I'm not in the army, so I wouldn't get involved. But after a year, what was it, 16 months now?
Yeah.
16 months, you think you'd say to yourself, right, I'm sorry, I've got to go and help. I can't sit by. I'm not an old man. Why not?
I'll tell you something, the music's better here than in Leeds. At least they've got the drums fine, they're a bit rubbish in Leeds, it is. Well, if you really want to know what, sometimes, I don't know if they've done it in Manchester, but in Leeds they do a silent one, and that freaks you out.
Silent version.
It's awful, it's like being in a funeral procession. Yeah, but no, it's like you start wanting them to make a noise. It really does your head in. Zero. I mean, the last one they sort of started to, they chanted in the end, but the first one, God, it freaked me out. We just walked around. Or they might do a little drum, but it's like being in a, I think that might be the idea. But no, I hate it. I don't, that's the one. No, it freaks you out. You get because it's almost comforting, the noise. You know, you're going along, you can, yeah. And then when there's no noise, oh, it's awful. No. I'm glad they're marching though. I thought it'd been a bit boring just stood there. No, it's like you said, everyone to London, but all they did there was they went in some shops and did a little mini protest. It wasn't much.
I only go to London for the massive ones.
No, but yesterday was the massive one. Everyone went, yeah. A lot went from. They cancelled the Leeds one, partly because of I think because of the clash with the other protests. But they pushed everyone to literally everyone. It was huge by the thing.
I'll do the London one on September 13th.
Yeah, it's too. Well, you see, the trouble is I find it too much in travel. Plus, my signal dies straight away. Yeah. So you just sat there, and it's like, I don't know. Our mate probably be there, the guy. I don't know where he's gone to.
What, autistic?
No, that bloke who was they dragged out. It must be. Now they've got best mates with them again. I don't recognise most of them.
Sunday crowd.
Yeah, must be.
I don't know, what are they going to march on the street?
Well, he reckons they'll just go to the uni, because I have seen them do it to the uni before, from here. But I've never been from here before. I did wonder, because I've seen that building, I just thought it was closer. But I think it's because it's the uni, it's like, I don't know. Or at least it makes it more interesting.
Yeah. The Manchester one was getting boring, wasn't it, let's be honest?
Yeah, some of them. I mean, at least Manchester changed it from Leeds, doesn't it? It's usually the same route and that,
I've never done a Leeds one, yeah.
Do it, it's worth doing. But I mean, when I started doing Leeds, it was huge. Massive, but I think they were the same everywhere. Yeah. You couldn't move. It was like they'll play straight down. And that's what I think might happen now. They get,
you know. The amount of police vans we've got here?
No, I don't.
Right on the side street, there's about 5 vans.
I think they do it just in case of emergencies.
Yeah. Also, I think when you're on a road as well, it's, there's a potential for it, isn't there?
Yeah.
But I mean, they've obviously got to please the roads. You can't just walk across the road without protection.
No.
Both sides. Different, isn't it?
Yeah, I bet.
I'm arguing these flags. They're all in competition, they're all fighting amongst the flags.
Alright.
They started taking offence to this flag, the colourful one, I don't know what it means.
Oh, we'll find out
I think
later.
it's the gay flag, this is the Palestinian one.
It's chaos, isn't it? Oh dear.
I just need you to keep on this carriageway, please.
them up.
Dei. Ugo.
Hands off the Middle East! Hands off the Middle East!
I think it's the heat and noise.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm guessing it'll be over soon. I don't think they've got much. I don't know. I've not done this one before, but
Well, it's all good. It's where some good things, so we'll just have to see what happens. And hopefully nobody will get heat stroke, including me.
I don't think it's going to get much hotter.
I hope not. It was boiling yesterday.
Well, it was raining early. I thought it was going to pour down.
Because my garden's now looking like, whoa.
Yeah, but it'll dry out instantly.
Very quick.
Trouble. Yeah.
I'll speak to you shortly. I'm just going to go and eat.
Maybe it's because they didn't turn out yesterday. I know it's huge. I did wonder if America attacking Iran. Well, you know what? There's usually more as the set-up go and the six sort of meet up and join in. I've noticed that at least. At the speeches, you see less people, it's weird. Yeah. And they usually just clog in on later. But so at this lot, there's about half this out there. I know. Who wants a picture?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Poser.
So?
Anybody start?
Taking down, taking a picture of a kid.
Wait.
Tack him down, taking a picture of a kid.
Oh no. I wouldn't actually do it even if he asked me. It's just a bit dodgy.
A while back and he was on a bike doing a wheelie, and I was like fine, but especially when they're that young, you just don't want to risk
No,
it.
well, somebody accuses you. That's the trouble.
I think
You
when
get.
marching to the uni.
I'm guessing that's what he said. Normally they do. They go at the unit, and that's probably it. They might do another speech.
And then it's a 10-minute walk back.
Yeah, it's not long. I mean, don't forget we've slowly walked, so we'll be back in 2 minutes. It won't take long, unless they do go into town, but I don't think they will. It's their little game, innit?
It freaks you out that, but why? It makes you think they're going to attack you.
I know. I tell you what's fun though is when Charlie Beach turns up, you know it's going to kick off. That's all I come for.
Oh yeah.
Because it makes the best videos. Yeah, I know. I didn't think it would
That's
today.
why I'm not taking any photos.
I know. I thought Sunday, I did think it was.
It's the first greatest in the world.
See, I think next Saturday will be a good Manchester.
Yeah.
Because.
The UK one is Piccadilly Gardens.
Oh no, that. Hang on, I've got the dates. I'll show you it. That's not for another. That's a while ago. There's a Britain First coming up. UKIP's Liverpool. I forget.
2nd of August.
Yeah. I'll give you the dates as we walk back.
And then 19th of July is Dover Beach.
Yeah, I'm not going miles to that too much. It's like UKIP's doing Glasgow. Yeah, no way am I going that far. Too far. It's saying transmission error, so I don't know how well you're seeing it. Might be breaking up. probably because there's a lot of people around. I'm surprised actually, normally I can get away with it with a few people, but...
إسرائيل حرامية إسرائيل حرامية حرية 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 إسرائيل حرامية إسرائيل حرامية حرية حرية انتفاضة شعبية انتفاضة شعبية
might give us some grief as we leave. I mean, there was that little bit of where they were kicking off over the flag, so that was a bit funny. I still don't know what that was about.
Did Martin go down to London and all that yesterday?
Martin's in Spain on holiday. Yeah. Michael's busy today. I was said to him, I'll bring you. We went to Nottingham.
Yesterday?
Yeah, with UKIP. It all went a bit, well, it was all heated and stuff. I know, you see, at 10 o'clock we didn't know, but someone else did. They had a big transport and it was massive. Normally they start, we've been before. So they had a march at 10. And then they all did this counter protest against UKIP and it all got violent. 2 of them got nicked. They were silly. Not sure what they were protesting about because all it does is give them publicity. I thought, well, you're down.
It's getting confusing sometimes. I don't know what they're doing now. It's all left wing though.
Yeah. Nottingham, Sheffield are violent. We did Sheffield a few days ago and they got aggressive.
It's about time I started going to different places. I just can't afford it.
Do you drive? If you can get to Leeds, well that's the cost in itself. I don't mind taking you. Come with me.
So Leeds has been left a bit abandoned anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, Leeds is dull. The best ones, try and get to the UKIP ones because things usually kick off with them.
Yeah, I find out about the UKIP ones.
Oh, go on the UKIP Twitter page, it lists them all. Next one, I think they're in Liverpool ones, Newcastle. She's alright. They're doing, but... Oh, here we are, we're here. Street Hawk, you'll get more views. Yeah.
It's alright, I've got your face on.
They're off to London and sat this week, but I can't be asked. I don't know. I thought it was, but they're saying it in. I don't know.
It's a Tommy Robertson thing.
Might be. Oh, yeah, they usually get dull when they end here, don't they? There we go.
To be honest, sort of going to London doesn't guarantee you. Sometimes you can.
She's actually filming, I think she's trying. Look, she keeps putting it down. She ain't filming. She's pretending to.
That's not here in the back there.
I know, it sort of like gives it away.
It's got a stain there, that's a bit odd,
She
isn't
was
it?
filming, I just looked at the phone.
A stain on the bum there.
Oh no. Oh, yeah. But no, get a phone, just flip round, it wasn't even on. Yeah.
I thought I'd actually nearly dropped it.
I know. I might be wrong, but there was nothing on there.
Yeah, I don't.
Not that I'm bothered. Just make yourself look silly. Him with the grey hair, just watch him. He might be a bit odd. You know, in the black. It's been alright, but it's just been a bit funny walking around.
I think he was in the thick of it before.
Yeah.
I don't think it had anything to do with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. We're safer. We've got to walk all the way back to the car now. Both of us. There.
What, right the way back up there?
Yeah, it won't take long. I mean, we walk slow, haven't we? At least these are comfort to walk in. Well, let's hope they've got a better speaker this time because I couldn't hear a word they were saying back then. There wasn't many there. I'm going to stand over that side and wander around, so any problems just come find us. Yeah, we'll just wander. So I've got a feeling it must be over now. Do they usually finish now? Yeah. Is it a couple of yeah, no, it's going to happen. Yeah, I might just in case they decide to break in, which I can't see them doing. Last time I came to the uni, no it happened.
Is Aaron Duffy around somewhere as well? He's got like a channel.
I'll get over.
This march is organised by grassroots groups and communities in support of Palestine, in support of Iran, against dictatorship in Iran, for women life freedom. Here is yes. Okay. Because of patriarchal behavior, separate line from regime supporter, separate line. separate line from Muslim supporter. Palestine, free 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 Palestine. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Down with Zionism! Free Palestine! 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 Isolated ideas! Isolated ideas! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
Is that all there were?
I got to wait 2 weeks on my own.
Esa
meeting tomorrow at 6 o'clock to say, do not ban Palestine action and defend our right to protest.
Thank you for your greatest speech. And we are here, all the progressive groups in Manchester, we work long time together and we support each other no matter what. Now Yes is going to speak. Give a big round of applause. Individuals. You
Nah,
can
just a
stop
hopper.
a particular political prisoner here or there, but you can't stop freedom.
Yeah, it's worth doing. If yeah, well, if you want to film it yourself, do set up a YouTube channel. I always tell people so, because I mean I film in full, but not everyone does. I just film whatever goes on, you see, and I do it live so people can view, and you get people on every side viewing, so some support, some against. But
You just do Palestine? You do
anything, no, anything. I do. No, I do. I stay neutral, so it doesn't matter. I mean, I don't think there is such thing as right wing or left wing anymore. So anything that's going on, if it's not too far away. Like yesterday I did Nottingham, I mean last week I filmed myself riding a bike. Normally that was my aim, just to do bike rides and stuff, but when these are popping up, you see sometimes, like today it's quiet. Manchester's usually quiet, but some places you go to, Sheffield they kick off, Nottingham they kick off, they're violent there. Manchester, I mean the most of them know me, although I don't recognise as many today. Normally when I come on a Saturday I know most of them, because it's the same lot, but today's a lot different. But you do know, I mean like the guy who, well he's not organising it, it's just because it's a different group, but I mean a lot of them do know me, so that's why it's usually okay.
What's your name?
It's Adam.
Adam.
Yeah. But
Street folk,
yeah. If you can't find it, just do Leeds Pro-Palestine protest and you'll see it. Like today I've just done that, but you don't always see it. Usually it's the, I don't know if you remember, it used to be, their speaker's terrible today, by the way. Absolutely can't hear a speech. You know when they were back there? I couldn't hear a thing. Normally it's...
But you were right at the back though.
I wasn't even that far. Now normally, but it's a different one, so they must have, but normally you can hear them crystal clear. And I was surprised, I even said it, but it says I don't organise that as well. You get that anyway. It's like now, God, quiet as anything. And you know what the funny thing is, if you listen to them when they were marching, one of them's got a louder speaker as he was walking, and I thought, why not just use that? But it is, it's...
Alright, I'll leave it to you.
Yeah, just it's in full. I mean, I just walk around and film, but yeah, do it. If you I always recommend doing it. So if you come to protest, film them, because I mean the beauty is, you see, it's like sometimes they whinge, but it's like I've said, what happens if you get assaulted, which they've done? They're being assaulted. I filmed it, and it's saved the necks. Because they have these twits that walk around, they're legal observers, but you know they're not going to do anything if it goes to court. It's just because there's no evidence. Well, no, not for anyone, because let's say you got assaulted. All they've done is made a couple of notes. They haven't filmed it. I mean, I don't know why they don't have GoPros. I've told them before, but you know what I mean. But as I say, most of the time it's okay. But you get one or two who go filming, but you know what I mean. I just ignore those and moan. But Manchester, I never feel, you know, I can do Manchester. The only time I feel nervous is going out of Manchester because it's full of criminals. But the protests themselves, but Nottingham, oh God, yesterday was awful.
What was happening there then?
Well, there was a UKIP one, but they had a counter-protest. Now, what's the point of my argument is why bother protesting UKIP, because it ain't going to make any difference to anyone.
I thought they all moved to reform now. Anyway.
Well, that's it. I mean, UKIP's basically one man, and that's it. So he might win on that, but it's you don't know any more things. And reform, in reality, I mean, the reason reform do well is because Labour basically ignored everything, and now they're doing a catch-up. They created reform in reality, and they're daft. They didn't need to. But whether, I mean, it'll be, I don't know. But then again, sometimes it's healthy to have a bit of a new blood. I think all the other parties, all of them, I got too confident and thought, oh, we'll get votes regardless. So maybe it's not a bad thing. It kicks everyone up the butt. Because they all have Conservative, Labour, Lib Dems, Green Party. Well, no, they've got lazy, haven't they? They've got confident because they know they're always going to get votes regardless. And I think that's sometimes a problem.
Some so-called safe seats and all that.
Yeah,
crap,
and sometimes you need a bit of a kick just to, and then it scares them into action.
Yeah.
Make sure you get home
All right, I'll leave
Alright,
I'll leave
finished.
you to Dad.
Yeah, it could be raining, but yeah, if you go on, you'll see it in full. Then what I'll do is, I always find the GoPro footage is a bit nicer quality, so I'll upload that, but that'll be on tomorrow. And I mean, I thought there'd be a bit more. But you see, he gets grief, and there's no need for it because they go, oh, and he's not right winger. Oh, you know the one with the green hat on. They give him. Can you see him there with the jeans? He gets, and I say, just leave him. It's like even Charlie Beach. I don't know if you see him on Saturday. I say to him, leave the guy alone. It doesn't. He's got. You know the daft thing is, and I always say this. That guy will get at least 100,000 views. When you act daft on there, that's 100,000 people you're annoying, and they'll just turn away from your views.
Yeah.
I mean,
But that's why he's doing it. He's trying to get views, isn't
but that's you don't need to react. You just smile and say hi, and that's it. And I've said that, and some of them have sussed it out, but some just can't help themselves. They've got to go, oh, I've got to be an idiot on camera, and it's like. I mean, I've said, I was chatting to one from Manchester the other week, I says, you know, if you actually never went on one of these pro-Palestinian march protests at all, there'd be more public support. And look what's happened now. Now what's going to happen? Because they're definitely going to bring in that Palestinian lot where they've done it.
Palestine action.
What a bunch of idiots do in the RF, because automatically that'll come straight from the top. That's not government. They'll ban that straight away, and then everyone will be tarnished. And what a bunch.
But the government will just wait for an opportunity.
Well,
to do
no, I don't. They'd have done it a long time. I mean,
they
people
wanted to do it a long time ago.
I
but
don't
they were just waiting for
maybe, but I think they're more, because I've got a lot of MPs that support it, but that's it. The RAF will have gone vroom straight, and the trouble is now, I think you'll find, because when I first started filming these, in Leeds it was huge crowds, huge, and it's been hijacked by a lot of the left-wing socialists. They've destroyed a lot of it, and a lot of them haven't turned up since then. But I think once they're banned, which they will be, probably take a couple of weeks, I think a lot of people won't want to be associated. You just watch the crowds. I mean, in Leeds, they used to have a protest at the uni every Tuesday or Thursday. It depended. That's died off. And they're destroying their own protests. That's the crazy thing. And I keep saying it. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, they have a convicted somebody who actually assaulted a Jewish guy, so he's been literally convicted of a race crime. And they did this big speech. They had this do you remember they did that strike action thing?
Oh, right.
They were on one side, they on the other. And they were stood there, this woman was saying, we're against racism. Two people away, a convicted racist, which she knew about. And you're going, oh my God, this is like comical. Oh, you're that daft that you actually stood next to. And I keep saying, why invite him? Because it just brings up accusations. Just say don't turn up. But they don't, and then it gets all this. And again, I mean, I'm neutral, and I keep saying, God, I could organise it better, so much better. But I tell you what, the lesson for today is, do at 1 o'clock, you get more people. They do it too early here. Other places it's 1, but here it's 12. And I think that makes a big difference doing it at 1. Because because some people come from just like the Manchester one, you see a few come from Leeds. Well, when you're having to come from Leeds, that's 2 hours. And even if they're driving, and then you've got to walk, get the coach. So it does make a big difference. If they did it at 1 or 2, I mean, fine. Winter you do it at 12 when it's pitch black at 2 o'clock. But this time of year, I'd do it at 1 or 2. You'll get more people and it's more relaxing. But they're daft. They never know how to organise things. I always are. Anyway, we'll get off.
Right.
I'll see you later. Hi. I will get. What? What's happening? Oh God, they're all kicking off today. They've had a bit of a ding dong, haven't they? Because they've apparently it sounds like which side? Sorry, the Palestinian side and the Iran side haven't seen eye to eye and everything.
You mean today?
Yeah, a couple of times.
No, it wasn't that. There was a group that supported the Iranian government.
Right. Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, they supported
because
the
I did.
Ayatollahs.
Yeah.
and then there was the other group that obviously they don't support the regime,
Right.
the government, but they're against the Israeli and the US
Yeah,
bombing.
it's a bit. That's why sometimes when you start mixing it, it sometimes gets a bit complicated. But
Nothing to do with the Palestinians.
no.
Well,
Anyway,
there
I'll
is
tell you
divisions in any
something.
movement.
I'll tell you something. The drumming here is better than Leeds. They've got one guy then, and it's rubbish. Here, at least you got nice music.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you the weirdest one they do in Leeds is a silent one from time to time. You get used to the noise. It's comforting. You know the chanting.
Yeah.
They walk around in pure silence and it freaks you
that's
out.
bad,
Yeah. But then they've done it twice. Then the second one they started chanting. But I'll see you later.
Street
Yeah.
talk, yeah?
Yeah, just if you can't find it, seriously, just go on and type in Leeds Pro-Palestinian protest and it should pop up. It's usually the second or third because that's all I do really. But all right, see you later. Yeah, apparently one side's supportive, it's said, of the government and one side's against, so they've been added a bit of a ding-dong.
Oh, is that what that was before?
Yeah, he said it because I didn't know what it was about, and he said that one's pro Ayatollah or whatever, and one side's against, so...
Right, so one's like freedom
Yeah.
from government, right?
So it's a bit confusing, which is nice work.
It's always a bit confusing, it's never
Yeah.
as simple as...
No, I was wondering why they're having... Are we getting off then?
I think, well...
Might as well. I don't think any...
The drunk lady that he...
Oh yeah, well, Sam knows. I'm surprised he's come down, but I think I'll tell him I'll get off. No. So he gets grief. Hang on.
Take your gay flag down, no gays allowed here, that's what you're saying basically.
I'll
No
see you
gays
later.
around here.
Are you on?
Yeah, I think that's finished. Although having a bit of an argument. Oh, that guy there told me what it was about the ding dong. Apparently one side pro the Iranian government and one side ain't, so it's all a bit, I don't understand it.
Oh my god!
The recordings of it as well.
Yeah.
Hey, they're fighting. They're fighting for solidarity with each other. And they tell him to take the gay flag down. It causes too much trouble for him.
I know. Oops. There we go. Oh well, that was a bit of a ding dong. We're having a fuss over the gay flag now.
Is that what it is, over the gay flag still?
Yeah, one of them's went, I don't know. They've had a right ding dong, haven't they?
Always the stragglers that kick off.
I know. Oh well, I think we're safe. I don't think anyone's going to follow us. Alright, I'll end it there, folks. We've done 2 hours 30. Alright, see you later.